This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Forget the frustration of picking commerce platforms when you switch your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell. With Shopify, you'll harness the same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/tech.
Do you want to stay up to date with the messiest drama on the internet? Or what about those crazy viral challenges? Then be sure to tune in to TMZ Verified, the podcast. I'm Wild.
I'm Steph.
And each week we're either breaking down the spicy viral stories or we're hanging out with the most popular influencers around. Tana Mojo is in the building.
I don't even know if they're hating. They're probably just telling the truth, but we love the haters too.
Sophia Franklin.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk, but like, let's be real with each other, you know?
Bryce Hall is here, y'all. Make some noise, people.
I'm single, by the way.
Right.
So if you like viral drama, influencer culture, and just overall hot messiness, check out new episodes of TMZ Verified every Thursday right here on Spotify.
This episode is brought to you by Carnegie Mellon's Tepper School of Business. Want to advance your career or switch fields? An MBA from Carnegie Mellon's Tepper School of Business can help. Earn your degree from a top-ranked business school with a thought-provoking curriculum, one-on-one leadership coaching, support from experienced career counselors, and full-time, online hybrid, and accelerated MBA formats. Join the intelligent future. Visit cmu.edu/Tepper to learn more.
All right, we're going to talk a little bit about threads and some of the other stuff that's going on in my life in this lo-fi age of Jeremy. Enjoy. All right, welcome to the Age of Jeremy. My name is Jeremy Quintanilla. If you don't know me, this is a podcast about all the stuff that's going on in my amazing life, like all of my businesses and all the stuff that I'm learning from my businesses and all the stuff that sucks inside of my businesses. If you don't know who I am, again, I am the CFO and co-founder of 32R Academy. If you don't know what 32R Academy is, go to our 3twarrior.com website. And check it out. You can join for a 7-day free trial and become part of our 120-day challenge. 6,000 warriors have gone through it. We have a great community where we offer all kinds of courses. I do some business essential stuff that I am not prepared for this week because I'm going to tell you what I'm doing this week on this little lo-fi Age of Jeremy. But I'm also the co-founder of Age of Radio. We are a media company, and our flagship product is our podcast network, which anybody can join for free and become a part of our amazing ad revenue network, I guess would be the best way to say that. We have over 100 podcasts on it now, and we are continuously growing that. So much stuff is happening in my life, and we also have our Merlin app that's coming out. In fact, we just did a Merlin Spaces. I moderate those Merlin Spaces, so head on over. We talked about FedNow. In fact, I'm pulling it up right now. FedNow on here. So the Merlin Spaces, it was called FedNow, U.S. Internal Payments Upgrade. And so the goal of that is to help build healthy conversation around the crypto community and the blockchain community. This one was a pretty good one. It was, there was some great debate that happened inside of it. There were some things that we could have done better on our end, but that goes. And the reason why those types of things are important is not only does that allow you to get closer to your consumer, right, or your target audience, it also allows you to create like content. We call that content marketing. So it allows you to create content that goes out into the world that people can consume even if they don't purchase your product. But over time, they get nurtured and they eventually purchase your product. That's some of the benefits of it. But the content itself could stand apart. It was a really good one. It's hosted by Abs of the Good Morning Crypto Show. You can check that out on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, 3T Warrior Academy YouTube. We have over 130,000 subscribers there. You can also check me out on my YouTube, where there's 26 subscribers. Getting hardcore going there, which I am completely fine with, because I just love making content for everybody. And whoever loves it, they love it. And if they don't love it, that's fine by me. All right, so I just enjoy doing it. I do it for myself, and I do it for the world. 26 subscribers. I do need to get better at putting shorts on here, and not shorts that wear on my pants, but that's what shorts are. I'd like to get going in I have 2 shorts on here. The last one was about a podcast, 5 tips to becoming a voracious reader.
Have you ever wanted to be a voracious reader?
I think you can hear that.
Voracious means it means to do something intensely or to do an act.
And then before that was 4 weeks before that. I need to get a better strategy for that. I tried to make a...
listen.
I'm on TikTok right now.
Classic rock.
I tried to make a video for TikTok tonight, and man, nothing I was saying was making any sense. So I hope that this comes out pretty good on here for what we're going to talk about. If you hear in the background, there is a South Park episode on in the background. So I have that on right now. It is a episode of... So they're evil satanic power animals that are in the forest. I forgot what episode this was. I don't even know what season it is, but it's pretty interesting. Like a bear just put fire. Yeah, they're satanic animals, and they are preventing Stan from doing something with baby Jesus. I'm a big fan of South Park. But anyway, so I was going to talk. First thing I want to talk about on this little cultural podcast. Again, this is LoFi, so I'm using my H1N. It's not COVID. H1N. Actually, no, H1N1 was the swine flu. I said COVID. Oh my God. Glad that I have my phone here so I can look that up and not sound like a jackass. Okay, so I have it connected to my H1N Zoom mic. I'm a headset in, and I'm using a Rode lapel mic. Before I did it wirelessly, I don't know why, because there's a wire that I could just plug in to make it even more lo-fi. So if you did a setup like this from the last one that I did, this setup would probably cost you about $100. I think this was about $200 setup, and you can make these all day long. You throw this SD card. If you, it came with an SD card. I think if it didn't, you need to buy an SD card. I have like a terabyte SD card in here. I probably lied. I don't know if I have a terabyte. It's a lot though, and I can just pop this in. You can do Audacity. You can do podcasts so easy with this stuff. It's ridiculous. All right. So first things first, I just wanted to say, hopefully, I don't know when this episode is going to come out. I'm recording this on Sunday, July 9th. It will probably be out after July 11th because that's when the regular episode drops. But first things first is Threads. Oh my gosh. So how many of you are on Threads? How many of you don't even know what Threads is? So Threads is essentially a microblogging site. There's a great post by MailChimp that said a little bit about what you can do on it. Let's go over to MailChimp here. And MailChimp, if you didn't know, is owned by Intuit now. So there's that. Let's see here. Let's see. Who the hell is Ashley C. Ford? Let's see. Going through it now. I want to see who Ashley C. Ford is. Go through it. 13 brilliant people. The choice to become a parent or not. In the many ways, I'm on the MailChimp Instagram. I think these are women that are on whatever this content is. Subscribe now and stay tuned to new episodes of podcasts that they're doing. So that'd be an example of content marketing. Where is this one about Threads? Okay, Meta launches Threads. Okay, so the reason I only grabbed this for this. So Threads is an app for text-based updates and public conversations aimed to specifically rival Twitter. And our chief technology officer at Merlin, James, he was telling me that it was actually they actually pulled a lot of the people that got laid off from Twitter. So I'm sure that those people had a vested interest in making sure that Threads succeeded so they could give a big FU to Elon Musk. So how do you sign up for Threads if you want to sign up for Threads? Threads is a part of Instagram and uses your handle, bio, profile picture, and who you follow to get started. So essentially what you can do is you can go download the Threads app, or if you go to your Instagram, if you go to Instagram and you go to your profile, you hit the little hamburger in your profile and you'll see something that says Threads. You click that and you click that over, and then you go over to Threads and it imports all of your data into it. And so far it's very similar to... Well, hold on real quick. So Threads, so it takes you over Threads and you can start threading, is what I call actually creating the thread. Sorry, I was adjusting myself because this is LoFi on the couch. So I'm chilling on my couch. Okay, so inside of the Threads, you actually, it doesn't go up like Twitter does. Well, hold on, before I go that. So it'll set it up, and then if you have multiple accounts, they'll all kind of be set up at that same time. How you get to switch between them is you don't have a function where you can switch between, you need to log out. So if you go to Threads and you go to your profile and you click on it, you can actually go to log out, and when you log out, it's going to give you the option of switching between accounts. So like I can hit switch accounts. I have Merlin, I have Age of Radio, and I have Age of Jeremy. So if I want to go to Age of Jeremy, I can click Age of Jeremy, and I'm coming up with a thread. And so you'll see the little thread, and we'll talk about that in a second because that's ridiculous. And so you'll see the little thread. It scrolls down, so you can flick down. It has the ability to do essentially what regular Twitter had. You can repost, you can't DM, one of the things that works really, really good with it is you can send your threads over to your Instagram stories or to posts. So that's really interesting. It doesn't convert it might convert the video. I might have had my video all messed up, so I'll double check that in the future. Actually, you know what? Let me see. I'm going to try this one. This is from Jordy's Book Club. Yeah, so it doesn't take it into video format. It kind of does it how Twitter does if you post. It does how Twitter works if you would share a post over to your feed. Let me see if I can do this post to feed. What does that do? Yeah, it doesn't move it over as a video. Okay. So, excuse me. Okay, so, and my sinuses are bad, so I apologize. And hopefully you can hear all of the fan sound coming. Okay, so when you go on, you can scroll down, you can you can comment, you can post or they call it repost or quote. And then you can share. When you hit the share button, you can add a story, post to feed, post to Twitter, copy link, or share via something else. And then you can open that up and try to share via some other platform. In fact, let me see how it does it. Let me go to one of my posts. All right, so you can see what it looks like. Here, let me see what this looks like. I'm going to go to share via LinkedIn. I want to see what it looks like. Okay, so if I share my post, it'll post it, but it won't post the thing over to LinkedIn. It'll be a link to my actual thread, so it has my purple background picture with me looking all cool. Unless you don't think I look cool. You better think I look cool. So that's how that works. So what I'm doing on my threads to get more followers, so if you're listening here, I'm going to try to do a giveaway once I get to 500 followers. So right now I have about 92 followers. I'm doing fantastic. I have about 92 followers, so I appreciate all of you. So you can follow me on Threads when you go set up your account. And what's cool about it, though, is if you're following people already, you can tell it to follow all of the same people, essentially. And so then you'll start following them automatically when you come into Threads. So that's really, really cool about it. The one thing that me personally, I don't like unnecessary toxic conversation. It's one thing if you're sharing your opinion and you're talking about it, but sometimes I think people just say shit to say shit. And there's some of that so far on here, but it's not nearly as bad as Twitter. And again, I think that they'll regulate it a lot more on Facebook. I think that that's one of the things that Facebook has done horribly and well in the past. But I'm excited to do it. I've been posting on both I've been posting on both Twitter and Instagram and on Threads, and so I like the name of Threads a lot better than Twitter, in my opinion. I think it's kind of cool to go with threading and sewing and all of that type of stuff that you could do with it. And so with that, I think that it's something that I find very interesting, and I like that part of it. But other than that, it's just it's literally just Twitter. Excuse my language. So let me, hold on, I want to go back to this because they said something really cool on here. Okay, so on Threads, okay, so posts can be text only, 500 characters, include links. You can include 10 assets like images and videos, and videos can only be up to 5 minutes. And so that's something that I've been putting on there. So I've been like taking my videos from TikTok and putting on there as well. And I've been taking my I try to post my TikTok videos everywhere because it's easy for me just to make one video, download it, take the watermark off, and then put it everywhere else. And the TikTok functionalities were pretty good, and they make it easier to share it like that. So that works for me. I haven't posted a reel in a while. I should probably post a reel one of these days. So one of the cool things is cross-promote on Instagram your threads, engage with like-minded brands and users, and post and experiments to see how people react. And then let me know through Snapchat or through Threads. I think it would be cool. I like the concept of people asking me questions through Snapchat. So every time I'm like, hey, ask me a question, come and do it on Snapchat. Because the one thing that I enjoy about Snapchat, and I'm snapping right now while I'm talking about it, is one of the things that I enjoy about Snapchat is the ability to do the snap. Now, I get that you can do it from like Instagram. I just think it's easier, and in my opinion, the app was made for us to have conversations through just snapping back and forth. And so to Snapchat, if you're watching this, I'm recording I don't know why I pointed in my brain, I'm recording a lo-fi podcast using this little easy setup that I have here, sitting on my couch talking about cultural stuff. And one of the things I want to talk about was having conversations with Snapchat. And so that's why I decided to snap. So if you're listening to this, go and watch that snap maybe, or vice versa. And so one of the things about Threads that I realized, I stayed up to get onto Threads. And that's when I realized that when I decided to do that, I actually enjoy social media more than I let on in the past. And so I thought that people would kind of make fun of me if I was like, oh, I love social media. And to some extent, I didn't really see the benefit of it until I really started like conversing and getting to know people. Like, I've met great people through social media that are now my friends, like Jenna. You know, Jenna, she's on the Good Morning Crypto show now as a regular, or often. She just did she was on our Merlin Spaces that we just did. She did really good at that. And so I think like with her, and then there's these girls that I try to follow that are, I can't remember both of their names, but I remember their podcast. It's Pacific Northwest Haunts and Homicides, which is a fantastic name for a podcast. Eventually, I'd love to get them on the podcast network. They're my Addicted to Podcasting Facebook group. And so when I think about those relationships, the Kevins from Dark Windows podcast, I have them on my Addicted to Podcasting showcase that I do in our Facebook group. And so I really enjoy meeting and talking to people in that capacity. I also think that it's cool because, like, if I go and travel and I can go and see those people, and that's really, I mean, it's cool to me that I know people all over the world. There's people that are part of our Generational Shifters program inside of 3-2 Warrior Academy that I can go, and I think I keep hitting this microphone, and I'm worried that that's going to sound weird when this recording gets done. So, again, lo-fi, and that's why we're doing it. So, some of the other cool things that's happened to me that I wanted to kind of talk about was I went and bought a bunch of games last week, and I got to play one of them. It was Throw Burrito. So we played Throw Burrito. I wish my grandmother's channel was open on Instagram. And actually, I want to talk about that. I want to say that I'm super grateful and happy, and I took it for granted for a really long time. Like, you should be thankful that your grandparents are still around. There are people that I know that don't have their grandparents, like including my wife. And mine are still around, and I'll be 40 this year, and my grandparents are still alive. So hopefully those genes come down to me. They don't have diabetes, but hopefully that comes down to me. And so I think I took that for granted for a really, really long time. And I think that growing older, those are a lot of the things that I think about that I wish that I hadn't done, because like I'm trying not to take it for granted anymore. Like, every opportunity that I have, I will go and see them, because a lot of people don't have that opportunity at this point in their lives to do that. And the other thing too is that the wisdom that they can still teach you, right? Like, I didn't listen to their wisdom when I was younger, and now that I'm older, I want to listen to. Yeah, that is going to sound effing horrible. Hold on, I gotta change this real quick. We're gonna do some ultra lo-fi shit here, like horrible podcasting stuff here, but that's okay. That's the point of why we're doing this. We need to move this down, and then we'll probably need to up the gain. Oh my god, that is so horrible. So effing horrible. Okay, hopefully that's better. Let's see where we're at on this gain. Let's just up this gain a tad bit. Okay, so I don't know what that's going to sound like. There was probably all kinds of weird stuff that happened, because this lapel mic was scratching against my shirt horribly, and hopefully now it's not, but it still looks like it's in a shitty spot. Anyway, so we got to play Throw Throw Burrito. If you don't know what Throw Throw Burrito is, essentially it's like it's not like so. Essentially, you're trying to collect sets, but you're all playing at the same time. And I'm glad that I'm doing this on a podcast, so you can't see anything that I'm specifically talking about. So you discard your cards at the same time that the into the other person's like pickup pile, and then they're discarding their cards into the other person's pickup pile, and you're going like clockwise. And so you're trying to get 3 cards of different sets. And like regular cards are worth 1 point. And then there's like these burrito cards. Like there's Burrito Duel, there's Burrito War, and there's Burrito Brawl. And a Burrito Brawl is like the people on your left and right. Once you throw down, you say Burrito Brawl. They have to pick up a burrito and throw it at the other person. And when one person gets hit, they get a minus point on their point system by collecting a bad burrito. Oh my god, this mic is frustrating the fuck out of me. Alright, maybe that's why all the people online were holding them. Because if you're wearing a t-shirt, this thing gets freaking annoying pretty quick. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm going to try to put this back where it was originally and not move my head, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's why we're calling it lo-fi, right? Oh my god. Oh. Or the other thing is maybe that's not even picking up because I have the volume up. I don't know. Anyway, and so then there's Burrito Duel where you get to pick the people that are going to do the battle, and then they like take 3 steps like a duel, and then they turn around and they throw the burrito, and if they hit, they lose the point. And so it was a really fun game. And then Burrito War is like someone throws down Burrito War, everybody else tries to grab the burrito and throw it at somebody else except for you, and then you lose a point. And then there's a point system. And then you play again, and if the same person wins, they win. If they don't, then they have to do a duel, and whoever wins that duel with the burritos wins. It's called Throw Burrito. It's fantastic. And I essentially tried to buy most of the Exploding Kittens like brand games. So there's a Wombat, hand-to-hand Wombat, which I haven't played yet or done unboxing for. There is Zombie Kittens. There is Exploding Kittens, which I was kind of like, Zombie Kittens is just Exploding Kittens, but you have a zombie card so you can breed your Exploding Kitten back to life. And I was like, quite the branding on that. And then I bought Happy Salmon. And I think that those are all of the ones that I bought. And they're really, really fun. And I'm super obsessed with this other game that I got called Wingspan, and essentially you're like collecting birds as an ornithologist or bird researcher, and It is super, super addicting fun. Me and my mom play it. Fantastic game. You should check it out. I did not do a strong enough explanation on it right now, but it is amazing, and you should definitely check it out. So it's in this last week. I'm trying to think of some other things. I bought a bunch of books. I talked about that on the podcast. And then the other thing that I did was I watched Guardians of the Galaxy, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I am not like a person like, oh, these are the greatest movies of all time. I enjoy watching them because I just enjoy what they're doing with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And some of them are really, really good. Some of them are really, really bad. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 was pretty good. Rocket is probably one of my favorite characters, and this kind of evolves around where Rocket came from and where the Guardians of the Galaxy are going after the events that happened in Endgame. And it was pretty good. I did not... The soundtracks on the other ones were really, really good. In fact, if you go to the Addicted to Podcasting, they talk. Some of the people talk about, I think it was the Kevins from Dark Windows. The Kevins from Dark Windows. They talk about that. And I was not a fan of it either. I was more of a fan of Volume 1 soundtrack and even some extent Volume 2 soundtrack. It had a lot of... it had some 90s songs in it. So from the soundtrack, like, it was still good. Like, I think the other soundtracks were better. I really enjoyed the High Evolutionary, the person that played it. I can't remember his name. He did a fantastic job. Bradley Cooper did a fantastic job as Rocket. It is a pretty sad, like, story about where they come from. The whole thing is centered around the importance of friendship, and I think that was very beneficial. And for me, there's a part in it where they save a bunch of animals' lives that from where, Rocket's a raccoon, where Rocket specifically came from. And so when they're doing that, it's I'm sorry if it's a spoiler, but that's why I'm trying not to go super into it. It just reminded me of, like, the compassion that we have for, like, beings. And then that reminded me more also, too, because I've been spending a lot of more time meditating, practicing mudras. And so when I was being more involved with the mudra practice and the meditation practice, it's I feel more compassionate towards things doing more of it. And so I'm passing my insurance license this Wednesday, and I've been really focusing on getting the licensing done so we can continue to move forward with some of the plans that we have inside of 3T Warrior Academy. And so I've been studying that. And then so I've been doing this, I haven't done it today. And I'm exhausted today, and I thought I would just do this and then probably rest and relax for a little bit, because I haven't rested or relaxed in like the last 8 days. Even when we had holidays, like the 4th of July was this Tuesday, I did some stuff with my grandparents, and then I studied and worked the latter half of the day. We were off Wednesday, but I worked, and I've just been working like nonstop. So I was like, let me just rest, and we did the Twitter Spaces today. Well, anyway, so doing this meditation, I've been practicing the chapter 25 of the Lotus Sutra. I've been chanting that. I've been chanting the Heart Sutra. I've been chanting and then I've been chanting a mudra to help me prep for passing the life insurance licensing on Wednesday, which I will 100% do. And then when I am done with that, then I'm practicing a Rajambala chant for growing and building my online presence and bringing wealth into my life. And then I have been meditating. And so that whole regimen over these last weeks of doing that takes about 40 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour to do all of it. And during that regimen, it's just been eye-opening to me for going deeper into Buddhism and into esoteric practices. And that's one of the biggest things that I've been overcoming over these last years, just because of time, right? And so one of the things that can be frustrating for me is trying to make a bunch of content but not being prepped for all the stuff that I want to say within that content. And so, like, this is just like a rambling. And so And so I want to do really good content when it comes to esotericism or esoterics or hidden knowledge, right? And magic and witchcraft and ceremonial magic and things like that, and trying to be open more about that. And it seems like from the stuff, again, here in Arizona, we're very, we are, where I live, it's predominantly kind of conservative. I, as you know, am not a conservative, and so I'm very liberal. And so we do have some New Age bookstores and things like that. Not as many as that we used to have when I was growing up, that I'm aware of. And then the other problem is they have a lot of more of the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the more like common types of things like Wiccan, Native American magic, shamanism, things like that. They don't have a lot of stuff that goes super deep into esoteric or Christian magic or Buddhism or Eastern philosophy and things like that, which is fine. I'm not saying they have to have that, but I'm not a part of that community as much as I would like to be, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to get better at. It's just that I don't try to be pompous towards it, but like some things I think are too like cheek and tongue. Is that the right phrase for it? They're too I think that you can and I'm trying to say this without sounding judgy, because I don't judge them. If that's the way that they want to be, that's fine. If that's the way that they want to portray themselves, that's fine. But like, you can practice mysticism and magic without having like pentacle necklaces and I don't know, goth look and feel. You can be a business person that practices that stuff as well. And sometimes that stuff is kind of like off-putting for me, because even though I enjoy all of that stuff, I don't look like the rest of the people that enjoy that stuff. And not saying that they should change the way that they look. It's just, it's something that's me that I have to deal with being a part of that community, because the community itself is very open and very loving and very, very caring. It's just, I don't think that it always needs to be that. It can be a sophisticated looking, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I'm explaining that right. I'm going to sound like a freaking asshole. But anyway, so I'm trying to be more open about those conversations and being involved with those types of things, along with, the gaming communities that I'm trying to be involved with. That's one of the things that I super enjoy about the world that we live in, especially with like Discord. I'm such a big fan of Discord. You should all go be a part of Discord. It is amazing. There's even, oh man, I forgot this judo podcast that I was listening to while I was working out, and because I'm gonna now that the insurance thing is going over, and I'm trying to get better at setting boundaries for certain things with all the businesses that we have, is making time to do judo. So I found a dojo that I want to go to, and then eventually I'll probably also study jujitsu as well, but. Judo, I just really enjoyed judo when I did it when I was younger, and I want to spend more time practicing it, and being able to have being into the position that I'm now with more money. I would love to help dojos prosper, and I would love to help those kids get the things that they need and to do. That's what I want to do with my money and wealth. Like, I like making content, and I like talking about. It's my dog barking. I hear a dog barking. Kylo. They got their haircuts today. I don't know what he's barking at. I don't even know where the fuck he's at. Oh well. I thought it was a TV, and then I'm like, no, it's my dog. That's actually what I enjoy doing with money. I just like helping, and again, I say that all the time to people, and I make it. I think it's like. I don't mean it to sound better than people. It's just I like playing video games. I like playing games. I like hanging out with my animals. I like helping people. I like reading books, and I like giving back. I like boating. I'll probably have a boat here soon. I'm going to go see Johnny Crypto and the gang in Connecticut when we have some board meetings and stuff. Kylo's going to mess this whole thing up. Hi, baby. Did you get a haircut today, honey? Yeah, you got a haircut, baby. Huh, you look so good. He does. He looks good. Well, He looks like a poodle. I'll use a poodle. So I think that those are some of the things that I think could be a little bit things that I could be doing better, right? Like the judo, getting into martial arts, making more time for those types of things, making more time to do the things that I enjoy, and I do enjoy, or even making more time to do certain business things that I would rather be doing than other business things. And those are some of the things that I'm working on. You have to be really good at like managing your time and making sure that you're putting in the things that are going to help make you happy and make you successful as well. There's this concept that if you do this thing, but then when you get the $1 billion, it'll have been worth it. You could technically do both of those things if you are managing that time better, and that is something that I consistently say that people just are like, well, if you do this, you'll be happy. But no, you can be happy and do both of them. It's just about how you manage your fucking time. That's all that you have to do to be super, super, super successful. If someone asked me, like, what's the one thing that you could do to be successful and to build your business in life, it would be time. It would be being able to block out time, managing time, being able to do things for long periods of time, being able to set time aside for yourself, and managing even like the days like today. This is a perfect example. Today I broke down exactly what I needed to get done. Now, the problem with me though is that like our Merlin spaces ran over and it frustrated the fuck out of me because we agreed that it would be an hour and a half. The conversation was going. I had other things that I needed to do and plan. And so when that happened, it just threw off my whole night. So that is one of the problems about being so tight on the time, is that with me at least, I can get frustrated if we don't stick to that time because I need that other time to do other things. So, maybe don't make it so tight. Maybe become more fluid with it. Maybe become better at moving with the flow. That's something that I need to get better at as well. The other thing that I think has been really interesting is I did a bunch of yoga during my workout today. I did yoga, so that helps me kind of calm down and relax. But then that whole Merlin space is going over really got to me. But it is what it is. We need to do it, and it's not. And again, that's the me thing, right? It's because I booked it all super tight, and then trying to get outside of that causes frustration. And so that's something that I would need to do better, right? Knowing that could happen. And so that's one of the other things that I'm specifically working on. One of the other things I got Final Fantasy 16. I've been playing that so far. I enjoy it. I have not had a chance to play it this week. That's one of the other problems. I don't get to play shit nearly as much as I would like because we have so much stuff. I have so much stuff going on, and I need to get better at making time for more of the time that's for yourself, right? But we've also been testing Merlin a lot. So we're going through the beta Merlin testing. We will be getting that hopefully out to other testers here soon. The app is phenomenal. It works amazing. People are going to be pleasantly surprised. I'm super, super excited for that. Super, super happy for where that is going. Oops. Oh no. See, LoFi causes... Oh no. Okay, it's the headphones. I'm trying to see how long this bad boy has been going on. Because again, this is just me rambling on the couch about life and about the stuff that's been going on. One of the things that I find funny is this Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk fiasco that's going on. Again, I know I already talked about Threads, but I just want to bring this up because this is the pettiness life that we live in with this world with social media. While I said that there's lots of great things with social media, I'm seeing if I can find this. I don't know if this is real or not, and I want to find it before I say it. Elon Musk has 147 million Twitter followers. Oh my god. So supposedly, because there was proprietary technology, supposedly, inside of Threads, Twitter's suing Instagram over Threads. Oh man, there's not. Anyway, suppose there was this weird, funny. Okay, so there was this funny post about a dick measuring contest from Elon and Mark Zuckerberg, but anyways, it looks like it was all fake. My point is that, well, I don't know if it was fake. I just don't want to sit here and research it anymore. Okay, so that being said, Elon is suing, or Twitter's suing Zuckerberg for like proprietary technology problems with Threads. And that's a normal thing that I think businesses do to each other. I just kind of find it funny because it's almost like Elon knows that he shouldn't have bought Twitter. And I think that's one of the things. Now, that being said, I am a huge fan of a lot of things that Twitter Spaces a lot of the things that Twitter does now. Twitter Spaces I think is great. I love the long form blogging. I love the being able to edit. I love their live video. So I don't have an overall problem with the Twitter platform. I think it's better. Now, do I like Threads more? I personally like Instagram the most. Now, that being said, I spend most of my time on TikTok because of the viewership and the easier to get the viewership. And then the other problem was I'm trying to fix I probably could fix it if I put more energy into it, but like I bought a bunch of followers early on when we were trying to get stuff going back in 2017. I'm just being honest, and I've been trying to delete all of them and then get a real count and then get it back going. Where like my Threads is going up pretty good based off of, just threading out there. And then my TikTok does really well and my Snapchat does really well, right? Not like in the millions or hundreds of thousands like some of the people that are out there. I think one of the reasons why that is because I just talk about everything and I don't have one. The only consistent message that I have is try new shit, learn lots of new shit, share lots of new shit, and then find out what it is that you love and focus on doing that. And so because of that, there's not like, you don't know what you're going to get when you listen to anything that I do, because it's just me talking about the cool shit that's going on in my life, because you might find some value in it and you might go and learn, and you might learn from it, right? I'm not a big nicher because I don't want to spend all my time doing the same one piece of content over and over. I love different types of content. I want to try new things, and I don't want to be stuck in like, you have to be this guy, or you have to be this guy, or you have to be this guy, because I love learning. And so when I learn those things, I want to share that with you, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is I am not as consistent on all of the platforms as I need to be. And that's one of the other, problems too. But anyway, so like as far as Twitter goes, I like all the stuff that they do with Twitter. It's the reason why I say that I think that I like Threads is because to me it seems clean right now, because there's not a bunch of shit on it. At least I'm not stuck. My Thread's not into that algorithm. So for me, it seems like it's brand new and a clean slate, and like I'm getting real people that really want to follow me and the real followers. Now, if they're coming from Instagram, I know that those are the real ones, because again, I need to clean up my Instagram. The other thing is I think that I can get more traction with like engagement. That's one of the things that I'm more focusing on now, is engagement from the post, because like the follower count is important, because you can be like, oh, you have 1 million followers, but I want engagement from people. So I think it'll be easier to go and like grab engagement from people by going and posting on their stuff, because it's a new platform. And so that's the reason why I like it right now. We'll see how that goes, because like right now I'm at 93 subscribers, and so, or thread people. And so I am going to go try to interact on this platform and find more of them. And I think that by having real good conversations with people, like I get the best time with it when I spend time going and just talking to people in the communities that I'm a part of, like board gaming, podcasting, all that nerd stuff. And so I like the concept of being able to do that on Threads because it's new, and I can't do that on Twitter because Twitter's got so much shit on it. Like, it's taken me forever, which I'm happy. It's taken me forever to build the Twitter that I have now, and like, these are good, some engaged people on here, depending on what I write, and I enjoy that. And I think that I might be able to do the same thing on the on Threads. Yeah, I lost my train of thought because I'm flipping through here trying to find out what else I want to talk about. Twitter is threatening to sue Meta over systematic, willful, and unlawful misappropriation of Twitter's trade secrets and IP, as well as scraping of Twitter's data. It's really fun. Oh, this is the actual... No, that takes us over to YouTube. I hope that didn't count as a click. Yeah, so those are the things that are going on. I don't know what else is going on culturally. I just talked... I said culturally. It's just shit that's happened in my life. Anyway. Let's see here. What else do I want to talk about? Let me know. Snapchat me. Hit me up on Snapchat what you think I should do as a giveaway. I don't know what I want to do as a giveaway for this. I think that, like... I don't know what I should do as a giveaway for Threads. I'm thinking maybe a microphone. Ban assault weapons. Sorry, I don't know where I'm at. I'm on Twitter. Let's go over to Threads. I'm posting right now. Go to this Threads, follow me, and then tell me what you think I should do. What should I do as a giveaway? Giveaway when I reach 500 thread count. Let's do good. And I'm also, you know what, the one thing I don't know about this, I don't know if hashtags work the same. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to ask about it. Ooh, sweet. I have a package coming. What is it? Oh, it's those shoes I got. No, wait. I don't know what that is. Anyway, it's not important. All right. Oh, the other thing that I started doing, man, so much happened since I started did one of these lo-fi things, is I'm trying to break up my language learning time. Should probably spend more time on computer programming, but here I am. So I'm using Duolingo, and I'm doing Spanish and Japanese. Spanish I'm doing a lot better in than I am in Japanese because I can't remember any of the words. The only word I kind of remember is Yasashi, which I think is nice, and I could be wrong completely about that. And I could have said it wrong. Who even knows? Who knows? But I really love Duolingo, and I'm thinking about buying some of their stock. But I have way too many tech stocks. Way too many tech stocks. All right, guys. I think that's about it that I wanted to talk about. I had no idea what I was going to talk about, but I did it because I said I was going to do it. And here it is. So I hope you guys had fun listening to me ramble about Threads and Snapchat and other stuff that may or may not have been important to you, but I really, really enjoyed it. Make sure that you go buy Throw Burrito. It is super, super fun. Buy Exploding Kittens, Zombie Kittens. Buy all those games. Have a blast. Go follow me on Threads. When I get to 500 thread count, that's what I'm calling my followers, thread count, because I think that's what they call them. 500 thread count, I'm going to do a giveaway. Let me know what you want the giveaway to be. I'm also going to get ready to do a giveaway in the Addicted Podcasting Facebook group because I've been fucking talking about it for years, and I feel like I need to do one because I haven't done one. So I'm going to try to figure that out. So you should go follow us on Addicted to Podcasting, become a part of all the conversations. Remember, be thankful, grateful, and kind, and I will talk with you next time. Thank you so much for listening to The Age of Jeremy. Again, my name is Jeremy Keating. If you liked this podcast, go ahead and like it, share it, give it a 5-star rating if your podcast sure allows you to. This specific episode of the Lo-Fi, me rambling from the couch, was brought to you by Nobody. I recorded it though on Zoom H1N. I used Rode lapel mics. I have Audio Technica earphones on. The opening song was Brave Faces Everyone by Spanish Love Songs. The closing song is Threatening Each Other Recapitalism by Illuminati Hotties. And remember, be thankful, grateful, and kind, and I will chat with you next time. Bye.
Okay, everybody, it's Michael E. Cullen II.
And I'm Sesame and Carta from the All Too Real 2 podcast. We're passionate about movies, TV, and pretty much all things pop culture.
Dive into the chaos of failed sitcoms, direct-to-video sequels, and the quirky realms of cinema and TV.
Join us every Thursday for your dose of All Too Real 2 entertainment.
We'll guide you through debates like whether Howard the Duck qualifies as a superhero.
Ponder if Larry the Cable Guy could be the new Rock or Schwarzenegger.
Discover if some shows and movies should have stayed in the cutting room.
Ever heard of a sitcom featuring that dictator with the funny mustache? Well, we watched it.
We're dedicated to unraveling the peculiarities of pop culture, sometimes with awesome guests.
So, if you're into the eccentric world of pop culture,
listen and subscribe to All Too Real 2.
Available wherever you find podcasts
and on Age of Radio.